thing now. It's actually doing it. What is it? Landscape? Horizontal is going up, right? Up and down. All right. Well, we know we're live right now. Episode number 522. Let me see who's going to join me tonight. Anyways, it's going to be a short broadcast tonight because we're out dashing for the ministry. Dennis and I are out dashing for the ministry. Anyways, episode, I think it's 522. We've been talking about change. And tonight I wanted to see if we would get anybody that would come on. Hey, thank you. And we ask questions. Somebody's got to come on and ask a question or two. That's what this broadcast is going to be about, because we're not going to do a long broadcast tonight. So once again, Santos here all the way Stockton, Cali. I'll be your host. Dennis is riding sidekick. We're doing dashing for the mission. We are here to inspire and to motivate those of you that want to quit gambling. Those of you that want to quit gambling. By the way, the free PDF is hot off the press. The free PDF, downloadable 5-point PDF. We've just upgraded it a little bit. We've done some upgrades to it. We're gonna reinforce it. Make sure that it is earthquake proof. That's a good one, huh? Make sure that it is earthquake proof. Anyways, that's PDF downloadable by email. You can email me for that. Please make sure you're subscribed to the channel. If you're fighting against gambling or gambling is fighting against you, please subscribe to the channel. Comment, like, and share. And if you can, if you'd like, hey, we are accepting Bitcoin through Cash App. Yeah, you can do that. Even just a little $7 donation, just $7. It helps expand this mission, and it helps me hire. I gotta hire somebody. Yes. Anyways, we're talking about change. So if you have a question, please feel free. I don't even know if anybody can message me this way, because this is the way that YouTube has me on this live. So I can't tell if anybody's sending a let me see, I can't tell if anybody okay, nobody's messaging. Well, there's a few, I know there's a few watching, but anyway, so we've been, I don't know if anybody's going to ask, we've been talking about this word metamorphosis, the word change. If you remember, we talked about John chapter 3 verse 3. Jesus spoke about being born from above. And some of you, even there's areas of our lives where we struggle with, where we really need, I mean, I'll admit, I need God's help. I need Christ, man. I have to pray. And the scripture also talks about to be patient and wait upon Him. So if you're struggling with gambling, and if you need the PDF, please email me. I'll send it to you. You'll have my contact. We'll be able to communicate. Who knows? I may be able to help you get free. I may be able to help you get free from gambling sooner than you might think. Anyways, I saw a comment or something. Hey, there's Jim. Good evening. Jim's with us. All right, I got my moderator here for a little bit. Again, I'm not going to be here. Thank you, Jim, for showing up there. I'm not going to be here too long, but I'm looking for some questions. We're talking about change. Why is it so difficult, by the way? Why is it so difficult to change? Why is it so difficult for gamblers? Why is it so difficult for gamblers that have money to change? Why is it so difficult for gamblers that have no money to change? Why is it so difficult? Mr. Kevan, welcome. Anybody want to help me out tonight here? We're dashing tonight. We're dashing for the mission. Actually, I'm the sidekick. No, I'm the host. Dennis is the sidekick. So we've got some deliveries that we're doing. We're actually supporting the neighborhood here, and being a movie doing business within the community. That's what dashers do, right? People don't think about that one. They move business within the community. Anyhow, I'm excited about Monday. I'm excited about this new week. I'm excited about learning more about this thing called being born again, being born from above. Jesus clearly laid it out. He said to be born from the Spirit, from the inside. You're like a caterpillar, right? Turning into a butterfly, I hope. Some are turning into dragonflies. I hope I don't turn into a dragonfly. But anyways, Jesus spoke about the Spirit on the inside. And then he spoke about water. Right? Water. What does water have to do? Water has to do with reading. Water has to do with the word, the logos. That's what water has to do with. So, and what does that mean? That means that we have to educate. We have to be willing to learn. We have to be willing to read. We have to be willing to listen. That's what that's about, really. That's a hard thing to do, folks, today. It really is. Anyhow, I'm going to see who's with me. Hi, Laura. Hey, I'm doing a lot better. My arm, it's actually holding my phone. Doing a lot better. Thank you. I mean, I still have probably about 75% better. Let's put it that way. So thank you. And I hope that you're being safe on the road. That's what we're doing. We're delivering goods. We're delivery technicians tonight for a little bit. And I figured, well, I got to go live because I said episode number 522. We need to come live and we need to see if anybody has a question. We've upgraded the PDF. We're upgrading it even more to make it better. The videos, they'll be able to have contact. If you have a question, you're stuck on a quiz or something like that. No, there's no quizzes. I'm just joking. Just kind of jerking your chain. That's why skeletons do not fight each other, right? You guys know the answer to that one. Dennis, do you know why skeletons don't fight each other?
No.
And skeletons don't fight anyways. I threw that in there, but I'm not going to give you the answer, folks. You guys got to figure that one out yourselves. Why don't skeletons fight? I know Jim knows the answer on that one. Anyhow, I'm not going to be here too long because time is going by, and I see a few of you guys. Thank you for hanging out. Again, if you have a question, ask a question. You got something on your mind about change? Come on, folks. There's got to be. I see a few of you guys on here. We work around. If your arm is gone, what was that? Oh, Mr. Keyvan, there's Laura. We delivered coffins. Mark. Oh, Mark Swire says we delivered coffins. Okay, there we go. If your arm is gone, we work around. What does it say? We work around. Oh, I missed it. The handicap. Yeah, it's just my arm begins to burn for a little bit. That's all. It begins to burn and but other than that, it's not a level 8 pain like it used to be. Ooh, boy. You guys know that. You probably saw me on the live feed with a level 8 pain. Are you going to oh no?
Mm-hmm.
Oh no. Oh no to oh no. We got a delivery. So, yeah, I'm just here trying to enjoy my Sunday, trying to get into the Monday. Tuesday's coming. We've got a lot of work to do this week. A lot of faith building, a lot of reading, a lot of sharing. That's what's coming up this week for me. For all of us, actually. For all of us. This week is when it all begins. But change. I like that, Mark. We delivered coffins. You know, one day, I keep thinking about that. We're all one by one, just like Ozzy Osbourne, just like the Hulkster. What you gonna do, brother? What you gonna do, brother? He's another one. Him and Malcolm, that actor on what was that TV hit series? And then there was Chuck. You know who Chuck is. He passed away too. Anyhow, that's change. I guess that's change in many, since we're talking about change, right? We're going to be gone. Coffins. We're not going to be here forever. That's change. It's just part of the this matrix that we're in. And by the way, you're in a matrix, folks. You are, yes, you are in a matrix. You know that. We're talking about change, metamorphosis. John chapter 3, verse 3, unless a man be born from above. How can a man be born from above? Anyhow, Antonio, welcome. Shout out to Race. I believe he should be on this live tonight. I'm going to brag a little bit about him. He's going on 2 weeks. Race, Mateo, he goes by the name of AKA Mateo, and he's going on 2 weeks. So he keeps sending me the messages there through the back on that platform called Teams now, Microsoft Teams. Jim is on that platform. So I gladly welcome his messages. He's making me proud, and I'm very grateful for that, because that encourages me to keep going faster and more, longer and further, something like that. All right, I gotta get I remember the story. Let me end tonight here, since we're gonna be. By the way, if you want to donate, feel free. We are accepting Bitcoin and donations. I want to share the story. It's titled Acres of Diamonds. Acres of Diamonds. There was a young, on the African continent, there was a young man that was he was a farmer. He was a young farmer, and he inherited a piece of land, and he was fairly young. He was not really studied. He was really excited by the tales of the others, and across the continent, people were getting rich off these gems, these diamonds, and people were going for the diamonds. And this young man, he had a piece of land, and he figured, well, you know what? I'm excited about going out there and looking out there. The grass is greener somewhere else, and I'm gonna sell my property, and I'm gonna buy some forks and spoons and what have you, and I'm gonna go diamond hunting. Acres of diamonds. And this guy, he sold his property. He got a nice price for his property, and he bought some really excellent tools and stuff. And then he went out prospecting. And at one point, it says that he ran out of money. He ran out of money, and he lost some of his tools. He probably had to pawn some of his tools. Eventually, he became so tired, he sat at the top of a hill with a little bit of rain. He slipped into the river, and he was never heard from ever again. Poor fella. Meanwhile, back at the property that he sold, this young man, African farmer, young man that had a property, the people that bought the property, they came across a river there near the property, across his property, and they found this big stone. They didn't know what it was. It was a real big stone, but it was kind of rough looking, real neat, shiny looking type thing. So they went and they brought it home, and they set it up on the fireplace. They had some visitors come by, and they said they were visiting the home, and they noticed that stone, and they asked about the stone, and they said, wow, yeah, that stone that we found it down by the creek there on our property, and there's probably more. He says, well, they didn't know that was a diamond in the rough. They didn't know. They purchased acres of diamonds from the young farmer that went off, that sold the property. Imagine that. This guy, he went and slipped on the hill, and he drowned in the river and never heard from again. And his property was acres of diamonds. And the family that bought the place, had a vein of diamonds there on the property. Isn't that interesting? This young man sold his property for he got a pretty good price for it, but he didn't sell it as acres of diamonds. He sold it for pennies on the dollar. So, what's the moral of the story? You know, the guy never stopped to read. He never stopped to study. He never stopped to listen to the stories of these individuals that were out there bringing in these diamonds, these gems. He just got excited, and his ego got lifted up and what have you, and there he went. Never realized that he was sitting on acres of diamonds. And you know, most of us are the same way. We're sitting on acres of diamonds, but we're looking at grass on the other side. We're not looking inside ourselves. Oh, maybe we're not giving ourselves enough credit. We're not reading. We're not praying. We're not listening. Maybe that's what that story's all about. Yeah. Anyhow, thank you for the 1 like. I appreciate that. That makes a big difference, folks. We've had about 50 people come on the live, and I've had 1 like. Hey, at least he likes me, so don't bust my chops. All right, we got to get off the airway. Too bumpy. But next time, listen, we're still working on our studio. I got to hire somebody to help me with my YouTube channel, with my hopefully soon. Oh, my legs are a little stiff there. Hopefully soon. So keep me in prayer. Keep the mission in prayer. We're going to keep reaching out to the students. We're going to keep reaching out to those lonely housewives. We're going to keep reaching out to those business owners that are losing millions of dollars. We're going to keep reaching out to those people that are just doing little scratchers here and there, or playing the cards, or just rolling the craps, or making love to the slot machines. Yep. So that's what we're going to keep doing, folks. So thank you guys for hanging out. Let me see if there's a question or there's something else, because my arm is barking. Oh boy, it is barking right now. It is hurting. Let me see if I can hold it with my other hand. Man, see that? Can you see the electricity running through that arm? I'm telling you, this thing is something else. It felt mechanical for a while there. Anyway, so thank you guys. I appreciate the hangout with me here for a little bit. I kept my promise. 7:30, episode number 522. We're talking about change, and let's get excited about Monday. Monday's coming. Hopefully we're going to be here, right? More opportunity for change, for facing what it is that we must face. What is it that you're facing? Are you facing it? Or are you going to run from it? You're going to run from it, face it? Or are you going to handle it like a soldier? Alrighty. Goodbye to Laura. Goodbye to Jim. City by the Bay. Mr. Keys Van, Race, Mateo, Antonio, Mark. Who else was with me here? Jim. Appreciate the stream. Thank you, Keith. Antonio. All right, folks. Remember, free PDF. Listen, you don't have to do it alone. I see there's many of you watching right now. The numbers are very high. Free PDF. It's an excellent guide. You got support. You got email support. And let's do this. Let's do this. We'll see you at the top on the inside. Support the mission. Don't give it to the casinos. All right? Don't give it to the casinos. Support the mission.